What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Phase 6, your source for music, business, motivation, and support. It's your boy, Sir Love, and it's another episode of Ask Sir Love, right? And on this particular channel, I answer questions from you all. So if you have a question, please send it in, and I'm going to answer it. Just put it in the chat underneath this video, and I'll get around to it and answer it. So let's see. Johan Kobe, he said in this particular video I did about modern music slavery? Is music modern slavery, right? And he said the masters are part of a deal and license to use the said artist name. Now, I want to speak on this because masters and licenses are not necessary. They're not the same thing, right? A license, think about it like a license, like a car, right? You have the right to use something. So because you have a license, you have the right to get in a car that you own or may not own and get on a road that the government has paid for you to execute whatever function you need to do to get from A to Z. License grants you access to use something, right? Whereas the masters themselves is the ownership of the thing. You can get a license to use someone else's masters. This is the reason why licensing is such a big deal in the music industry. You don't have to sell your masters. You can license your masters away for 10 years and allow that person to make 100% of the money for 10 years. And then afterward, they have to return it back to you, right? So licensing and masters are different. And then also you talked about licensing and the use of a person's name. So a person's name, we're talking about likeness. We're talking about name and likeness. That's the language that's going to be in the contract. So name and likeness is really all about the label saying, I want to be able to use your name to promote. Labels want to make money off of your name and if it's off of your music, and if it's a 360, your brand and everything else, they want to promote all those things. If they do not have access to use your name and your likeness, then they cannot legally put your name on billboards, legally put your name on commercials, legally put your name on posters and flyers and distribute it. Like legally, they can't do any of that without access to license your name and likeness, right? Additionally, where the rubber really hits the road or meets the road is where they want to license your name to make merchandise, right? They want to leverage your name. If someone puts your name in a movie, the movie house may reach out and have to pay a fee. They want that fee. They don't want it going to you. They may want to print out a bunch of T-shirts, right? Think about how many Pink Floyd shirts you see or you go to Walmart and you see all sorts of shirts, Rolling Stone shirts all over the place. Like, how does this happen? Who's doing this at scale? Oftentimes, labels have the right to leverage or they own the image and likeness of key images or the artist name. So they'll own the artist name, they'll own pictures of the artist, they'll own images of key album covers, they'll own logos that's created around the artist, they'll own all sorts of imagery so that they can use it in sales, right? I know I love my Ice Cube NWA, shirt. I got the Death Certificate and I got America's Most Wanted. I love Ice Cube, right? Those album covers, someone owns the imagery to those albums covers, and I guarantee you it's not the photographer that took the picture or the artist that put it all together. And hopefully it's Ice Cube at this point, but if not, it's probably the label. Right? Some label, Priority Records at that time period, and whoever they got acquired by and who acquired whoever at this point, they probably own it. And that's how that works. There's a lot of money in it long term, depending on how famous you get, because you can always sell somebody's name. So I hope that was beneficial. I hope that was helpful. And also know that a lot of artists change their name because they'll realize, oh, this name is owned. Like I really have to question, why did Bow Wow go from Lil Bow Wow to Bow Wow? Like anytime you see, why did Soulja Boy, when he first came out, it was Soldier, it was spelled like a soldier, and then it switched to Soulja. Like why do these things happen? I don't have explicit knowledge that those were name and likeness issues, but it's very highly probable that those were the cases. Why did Miss Mulatto, if you want to think of someone that's more recent, why did she change her name? Why is she Lotto now? Big Lotto, right? Then shifted the energy up. A lot of things to consider and think about, but if you can, try to keep your name. You shouldn't be selling your name. You're going to invest a lot of time and money in your name and your likeness. You can license it out to people, but don't give it away, especially in perpetuity, and that's what they often ask for. So with that said, if this was beneficial and you like the information, pay some tuition, man. Look out for your boy. Thank you. Go over here to the website, check out what I have. I'm doing things to help you all out. Download the business, and of course, send me a question. I'm here to answer your questions. I don't know everything, but I know a lot about a little bit about a lot. Here to give you everything that I got right here on Phase 6. I'm out. Beam in.